Mike, we know the Phillies have to stay hot hitting, and they need to get their pitchers to pitch long in the games. Let's break it down more. What do the Phillies have to do to win this series against the Yankees in the World Series?
Well, I'll point to one thing. The Phillies are a very left-handed team, offensively and defensively. That could have really hurt them, for example, matchup-wise in the Colorado series. Did not, because Howard hit the heck out all their left-handers, including Howard and Ibanez. They all hit left-handers during that series. I think again, it's a tough matchup for the Phillies in terms of being so left-handed, and that's a key. That's a key is Utley, Howard, Ibanez, those guys getting good at bats, lefty against lefty.
They showed a lot of patience in the first two series. I think that was part of what you're saying there. I think a key for the Phillies to win this series is Carlos Ruiz at the bottom of the lineup. If he can turn it over to get to the guys at the top, they have a really good chance of getting some runs knocked in.
Everybody says that the Phillies are like an American League team. Remember, Ruiz is going to be batting ninth, and he'll be batting right next to Rollins. If he stays hot, it might not be a big a deal for Rollins to not have a real high on-base percentage, which he has not had this year.
Good point. Ben Francisco possibly playing in the field. Ibanez as a DH as well.
Remember the DH is in play. Yeah.
Interesting. What do you think? If the Phillies lose, what's going to happen?
Well, I think I think it will be because Charlie Manuel has come to believe that the bullpen thing has straightened out, and he doesn't have to finesse it anymore. And it's just Lidge in the Lidge in the ninth and Madsen in the eighth, and just stay with those rigid roles. Because if you put this on Brad Lidge's arm, the Phillies will lose the series, in my opinion.
I think the Phillies will lose if the Yankees' three starting pitchers pitch the way they've been pitching right now. CeCe Sabathia's been lights out. A.J. Burnett, you can get in his head. If you work the count with him, you can get ahead.
I kind of like the Phillies against him.
I do too, but if he pitches as well as his talented arm is and keeps his head out of it, he could be really good. And you know what you're going to get from Andy Pettitte. He's going to give you 6 or 7 innings. He's a pro, and he's been in this postseason so many times. So if those three pitch well, could be a long series for the Phillies.
Predictions.
Good point. I think I'm a pessimist. I've been a pessimist this whole series. I've enjoyed being surprised by how well they've played. I say the Yankees in 6 based on that Yankees starting 3 pitchers.
Well, I've gotten wrong about the Phillies in the NLCS and in the World Series last year and in the NLCS this year. So I've been pretty pessimistic too. But I just love the fact that this Phillies team, with what they've accomplished over the last couple of years, having won 5 straight postseason series, 3 straight division titles, defending world champions, for them to come into this and be underdogs, I think is great for them. I think I believe in this mental and emotional stuff, and I think if there's any edge in these teams, between these teams, that are very good teams, and it's a very even matchup, I think it's that. I like the Phillies. I'm going to say Phillies in 7 games.
Nice.